Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are making an Italian delicacy and one of my all-time favorites. This is my Nonni and Nonna's recipe for homemade gnocchi, and let me tell you, they are just little pillows of heaven. This recipe is so light, super easy, and so much fun to make. They are actually addictive in the best way, and they are not grossly filling. All you need is some potatoes, an egg yolk, sifted flour, and some salt, and whatever sauce you like, and you will have the best little pillows ever. So, let's get cooking. Okay, so we've got 8 well-washed russet potatoes here. If you can, get the medium size. I've just got them on a cookie sheet, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a fork, and be careful not to stab your hand, and we're just going to puncture it with the fork all over. We're going to do this on all the potatoes. Try to get as many punctures in as you can. Just going to do this on all of our beautiful russet potatoes. So now that these are all punctured, we are going to bake these at 350 for an hour until they're nice and tender. Okay, so I have just taken the potatoes out of the oven, and they should be kind of raisiny looking and super soft. And what we're gonna do is I like to use like a spoon and a knife, and we're just gonna make a little sliver into the skin, and we're gonna peel it off so that we're just left with the potato inside. And you wanna do this while the potatoes are still hot. That way they mash nicely. So we're going to put them into either a bowl with a sieve on top. So we'll put it into the sieve and then use the spoon to press down and mash the potato. Or you can use a ricer or a food mill. And then what's going to happen is as you're mashing, if you're using the sieve, gently press. I like to do about 1 potato at a time, maybe 2 if they're small, so I don't break anything. And then also that way we keep the potatoes like warm and hot while they have their skin on while we're mashing. And then as you're mashing through the sieve, it'll start coming out like this. It kind of looks weird, but it's so satisfying. And it's just going to make our potatoes nice and soft for a beautiful soft dough and soft pillowy gnocchi. So this part probably takes the longest. It's definitely an arm workout, but the results are so worth it. So we're just going to keep going like this until all of the potatoes are done and beautifully mashed. So now all of our potatoes are nice and mashed. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add in 1 egg yolk into our potatoes, and we're just going to give it a quick little mix just to like incorporate it. And now in true Nonna fashion, let's head over to our station. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is add in some salt to our mashed potato and egg mixture. You can add in as much as you like. Okay, that should be good. We're just going to give this another mix. Just quickly so it's incorporated. And don't worry, the potatoes are still so soft. So now, on this board, we're going to turn... I'll put our potatoes on here. There we go. Beautiful. Very good. Can you tell how soft that is already? So I've got 2 cups of sifted flour here. I'm just going to take a little bit at a time. Let's see. Pour some in. Just a little bit. We don't want to over flour it. Just need enough, so a little bit at a time is perfect. And we're just going to start gently kneading it together. It can get a little bit messy, that's all good. You can see a beautiful dough is already forming, which is exactly what we want. See, it's already coming together. So when our dough is ready, we want it to be soft and a little bit sticky, but like together enough that you can play with it and like a Play-Doh. If you've ever made my pizza dough recipe, it should feel just like that. So keep that in mind. Think of like a super soft pizza dough for your texture. Right. It's almost fully worked in. And you can see if I do this, it's a bit too potatoey still. So we're just gonna add a little bit more flour. Same thing. It's so soft. Oh my gosh, I love dough. There we go. Now it's starting to come together. So now that the dough is forming, it's starting to stick a little bit. So I've just added some flour and I'm going to keep kneading it. You can see it's still super soft. It's sticky, but I think we can add just a little bit more flour, just the slightest bit. About that much. Now I want to work this in before I overflour it, so I've moved some to the side. So this is perfect and beautiful. This is what we want the dough to look like. See, it's playable and it's lightly sticky, soft, especially so if you like a soft gnocchi like I do, a pillow that melts in your mouth and also is still super light and not like grossly filling and heavy. This is what we want. Very similar to like the pizza dough. Just going to flour the board a little bit and we can roll it out. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a little bit of dough at a time, about the amount you can fit in your fist, like you're holding like a little ball. Put this here. And you can lightly flour your board so it doesn't stick, but you just want to do it lightly so you're not eating like a bunch of like flour. And we're just going to roll it out as evenly as possible until it's about the thickness of your thumb or your desired thickness. And then you're just going to take a knife and cut little, they're a bit small, but about like 1-inch pieces. My favorite thing about things being homemade is that they are both beautiful, yummy, but they don't have to be overly perfect, and it makes them so much nicer. So now we're going to take our fork. I've got like a longer fork. Just going to quickly dip it in some flour, not too much. We're going to take one of our little pillows. Use your thumb or your index finger and ever so gently just going to roll it along the fork. And you're left with this cute little gnocchi. And I'm just placing it on a lined sheet. And we're just going to keep doing this until all of our gnocchi is complete. So much fun and so easy. This is a great activity to do as a family or on your own. You can freeze them on the sheet like this and then place them in baggies and store them in the freezer, and then you can just pull them out and they cook in like 5 minutes from the freezer. So it's a perfect make-ahead meal. Or you can cook them right away and they are so good that way. And they'll be ready in like literally seconds. Woo. So cute. Just a gentle touch is all you need, and look at that pillow. So I'm just bringing a pot of boiling water to a very gentle boil. And I've also got over here some fresh tomato sauce that I made yesterday heating up again. Oh, here she goes. So I find the best thing to do is put this on high to get it boiling, then bring it down to about like medium. You'll have a very gentle boil that you can put your gnocchi into without making them explode or cook weird or all of that. So now our water's boiling. Let's start ever so gently adding them in. Again, you want a very gentle boil. Okay, and once they have risen to the top, they are ready Look at this, a beautiful bowl of your own homemade fresh gnocchi. Let's top it off with some fresh tomato sauce. And now for the best part. Now tell me that doesn't look just so good. Okay, let's try some. Oh my god. Those are divine. So light. They're so good. They are perfect. They are literally pillows of heaven. Well, I'm just going to be sitting here eating these for the rest of the day. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Mangia Bene.